Pero continuing our Spider-Man Marvel Legends Infinite Series reviews with the superior Spider-Man. Here we can see him posed inside with Green Goblin's leg and his interchangeable hands inside. The Marvel Legends on the bottom with superior Spider-Man. On the side we do have a different picture of the figure. Not the figure, but like artwork of Spider-Man from the actual comics. And also I forgot to mention, but the top of the packaging also does have a different logo from the rest of it, but still has the Build-A-Figure Green Goblin logo at the top. On the back we do have a picture of the figure, and you can see the bio looks like a really nice picture. And it says, Doc Ock prolongs his life by implanting his mind in the body of Peter Parker. Using Parker's powers will Doc Ock erase Parker's legacy and become the superior Spider-Man. Really nice picture of the figure, where basically everything that's not black is embossed. Looks really nice and shiny. You can see by the light reflecting on his legs. The bottom we just do have the rest of the wave, which also is embossed since it is not black as mentioned. So let's take this superior Spider-Man out of the packaging and see if he really is superior. Okay, so this figure does look like it resembles a lot of parts from the original Amazing Spider-Man from the same line. It looks like it shares about the ab crunch, the torso, and the bottom of the legs before the knee joints come into play. You can kind of tell by the musculature sculpt, kind of looks a lot of the same. But from that, it looks like the bicep all the way down to the hands are very different. Obviously the heads, and it's just this one is just painted on while this one's sculpted. So maybe this is more of a simple mold than this one. But back to Superior, he's pretty awesome. He does have really nice head sculpt. Kind of reminds me a lot of the Spectacular Spider-Man head sculpt. That like just the shape of it kind of looks kind of very spectacular-ish to me. He does have brown eyes that are painted well enough on this figure. They don't go out of the lines or anything, and the sculpted webbing is supposed to be all ruined like that. It depends on the artist and how they want it to be drawn. But it does look really good. It's not like so much all over the place. Some people have said that they're pretty messed up on there and the paint looks kind of weird. But it looks really nice. The outside and of the eyes are painted black, so it all is very sculpted on the head. And the rest of it, the sculpt of the body is entirely smooth. Still looks really good. I really like the costume that they chose for this one instead of the basic Spider-Man, because this is a brand new costume that he's wearing for the comics right now. Now the only thing missing is his web shooters that he's supposed to have on both of his wrists, and he's supposed to also have like a backpack on his back that has like the octo arms coming out as well. But I don't know how they would have handled that, doing that as well. Maybe they could have added it, but I'm fine with that, I guess. It looks pretty good. You see the hands, the bottom of the palm of the hands will have also some red and webbing inside them as well, painted really well. Looks really good. And they also do have the thorns on them on the tips of every finger, which I guess is very comic book accurate as well. And then the rest of the figure on the torso is painted with red on top of the black, which looks like the Venom Spider-ish kind of. Looks really good. The webs and everything are painted. The only problem that I've seen in almost every single packaging that I've seen on Spider-Man, when I check to see which one is the best, they will have kind of a little red coming in through the side of this specific abdomen area, which is not a bad thing, but just always there when I check on them. The bottom of the legs are all just flat black until we get to the bottom of the feet, where a brand new sculpt. It looks kind of like really flat patas right there, but they are painted red on the trims of the feet. Looks really nice. The back of the figure has the same design as the spider as the front, but kind of more different. Also the kind of like the Venom logo as well. I like how it goes into the armpit joint and it continues all the way also to the ball joint of the entire arm. Looks really nice. And it does go onto the back of the neck except for the hinge, but that's alright. Looks really good. So for Superior Spider-Man's articulation, you just have a ball jointed head that's on top of a hinge, so you can get really high up looking motion on Spider-Man's head, down enough, obviously side to side. As I mentioned, he does have an armpit joint that continues the paint as well, ball jointed arms to go in and out. He does have bicep swivel. And just to mention, he does have this Spider-Man kind of ends up more of a skinnier mold at the end where it goes into the bicep, while this one continues more of a thicker, probably a joint that goes into it. But anyway, double jointed elbows, which is standard for this Spider-Man. Really good. Wrists to go in and out, they go up and down, or side to side. Ab crunch to go really far in, probably because it doesn't have to worry about sculpt or anything. So it bends really far in and a lot back. And this one does not have the weird holes when you bend the other movie Spider-Man back, like this one where it has like a gap in between. Not sure why. Anyway, it does have waist articulation that resembles a lot of the movie figure. He does have T-joints that move just as good as the Spider-Man movie figure, go out just a little bit. He does have thigh articulation that moves around as well. He does have double jointed knees, bending really far as well. He does have no calf rotation like the movie figure, but he does have ankles that move down and up, and a glorious ankle pivot. Looks really good, really good. Now, the only problems that I've gotten with this figure so far is that he actually came with a big chunk of plastic that is stuck on the back of his leg. You can kind of see right there, it's just this plastic thing right there, but it doesn't really bother me. For his accessories, he did come with a pair of whipping webs, but if you look at his hands right now, they're kind of in an open motion, which can kind of count as a fist, as the thumbs up hands. You can use them as grabbing hands for webs, which you can stick his Amazing Spider-Man 6-inch webs in there as well, which works really nice for poses. And you can interchange the hands to have web shooting hands as well, like this. Wrong hand again. So that's really cool. I really appreciate how Hasbro's been including a lot of really cool accessories, including the flip hands, which they have shortened down from the big time Spider-Man to have less big hands, which is really awesome. So let's go to size comparison. Superior Spider-Man, this head exactly at almost 6 inches tall. Here he is compared to the Amazing Spider-Man from the movie Electro. And in the back you can see Big Time is just as tall as him, maybe by about a 1/4 inch or a little bit more. So this is a very awesome Superior, the first one we have. It is using the new body mold. Is related to this one, minus the part that the armpit joints actually have this part that actually covers over the shoulders, which probably makes him look a lot less weird than this one, which probably would I wish Hasbro would have done for this Spider-Man. But overall, I think I would give it a 9.5 out of 10. It's really awesome. I think Hasbro is going to probably use this mold just as much as the Bucky cap. Probably oversize it for more bigger characters. Mr. Gato, your opinion?
I would give him the same rating.
Same rating of 9.5. Go get him. He is 2 per box, just like the Amazing Spider-Man, so he probably won't be as hard to find. And up next is our Carnage review. So please stay tuned for that and more stop motions.